Chamberlain, take the helm.
Sir. Initiating evasive maneuver, sir.
Engineering damage report.
Warp drive is gone. All I can get you is half impulse.
O'Brien, full phaser spread.
Sir, we have no target.
Fire randomly until you hit something or the phasers melt down.
Aye, sir.
Don, get out of there.
The hull is breached. I couldn't repair it.
The nacelle that you're in is losing structural integrity. The emergency bulkheads are about to close. Get out of there now.
Negative, sir. Failure is imminent.
Open the hatch, Don. That is an order, Don.
With all due respect, sir. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the...
Captain's Log, Stardate 5121.2. It has been 19 months since the Dominion limped into space dock for repairs. The Cromwell Nebula incident was ruled to be no fault of my own, and I have been pronounced physically, mentally, and emotionally fit to return to duty. However, I've been unable to forgive myself for the loss of 17 crew members, some who were very close friends. The ship systems are undergoing last-minute calibrations, and we are scheduled to launch in 15 hours.
Time! 5 minutes, 30 seconds, sir. That's not bad for a night drill, but we need to shave a few seconds off.
Aye, sir.
Excuse me?
You heard me, sir.
You better stand down, mister.
No, you stand down, sir. We all here know what you did. They were our friends, and you got them all killed.
Yeah, boy, you are going to get us all killed. In fact, why don't I do us all a favor and end your little reign of incompetence now, before more lives are lost?
Security!
You need sedative, Commodore, and some rest. Maybe then you won't get anyone else killed.
Commodore, incoming message from Starfleet. You've been relieved of your duties effective immediately.
Setting coordinates for certain death, sir. Warp 1, Warp 3, Warp 5, Warp 7, Warp 9!
She's coming back to the same, sir. Looks like we're finally gonna get some kills.
Warp core detonation imminence is free! Don? Is that you, Don? How can it be you?
Hello, Sam.
It is you, Don. Don, I am so sorry.
I don't have a lot of time. I only came to tell you there was nothing you could do. None of us blame you.
I wish I could make it all up to all of you.
Just carry on, Commodore, and make us proud.
I'll do my best. But Don, why all this? Why couldn't you just come to me in a peaceful dream?
You know me. What would be the fun in that? Goodbye, Sam. Tell my wife I love her. Oh, and Sam? Yes? Godspeed to you, too.
Listen, those things I told you about doubts, nightmares, lack of confidence, let's keep those things between us, okay? And tell Denson someday we will go on that fishing trip. And tell Don, thank you for that reel. He's never going to get that back, you know. I love that thing. But finally, Jason, I want to congratulate you on your promotion and your first command. You deserve it. I needed to change the scenery, which left the fleet open for a new captain. And as luck would have it, the position has opened up at the Academy. And I'm going to take that. But you know, I don't think this is the last time I'm going to see the great unknown. So just leave me some stuff out there to explore. I have to go now. Grissom out.
Excuse me, Captain. Incoming call from the Vancians.
Roussel here.
Commander. Captain. Are you ready to be picked up? We're still scheduled to rendezvous with the Dominion at 0700 hours.
Yes, I suppose it's that time, isn't it?
Was this not a good time to call?
No worries. I just have a lot on my mind. Choosing Dominion's first officer is no easy task. especially when both are not only good friends, but exceptional officers in their own right.
You know, Jason, my shift ends in a half hour. Why don't you stay put, and we can toast that legacy together before we head out.
Hey, now that sounds like a plan. Tell Jack he's welcome to join.
I don't think he'd have it any other way. Menard out.
Where's the senior staff? I thought they were going to meet us here when I beamed aboard.
Yeah, it's been hectic here for the past few days. I know that's no excuse, though. I will look into it.
Yeah, it's not like this is my first time beaming aboard Dominion.
No, but it is your first time beaming aboard as the captain.
True. Well, we'll catch up with them later. I do want to check it on the bridge, though.
Yes, sir.
Captain, the entire crew has been kept in the dark as to our mission. As we have arrived at our destination, wouldn't it be proper to enlighten us at this time?
You're absolutely right. There have been reports of large amount of ships disappearing in this sector. Our mission is to investigate and put a stop to it.
Sir, I'm picking up a distress signal. It's using a very unusual frequency.
Unusual?
It's old, sir. Outdated.
Point of origin.
It's just this side of the Red Medusa Nebula, sir.
That's the last known location of Outpost 8.
Captain, the signal, the frequency, is the same as the one Commodore Grissom responded to before he was ambushed.
Are you sure?
Confirmed, sir. It's identical.
O'Brien, how long to get us there at Warp 4?
2.2 hours, sir.
Quincy, laying a course at Warp Factor 4.
Aye, sir. Warp Factor 4.
Communications. Update Starfleet. Taft. Quincy, briefing room.
So, Taft, I have to ask, what is all this?
Been undercover. Secret mission.
Really? Where? Who you spying on?
It's a secret.
Some of you, like me, were not here for the Cromwell Nebula incident. It all started when the ship received a distress call on an outdated frequency. When the ship arrived at the coordinates, they were attacked suddenly, without provocation. It took Dominion 6 months to get to space dock with the help of the Exeter and the Farragut.
Are we about to fly into the same trap, sir?
It's a possibility. Quincy, Taft, let's continue under silent running. Take us about 50,000 kilometers short of the beacon.
Aye, sir.
I see.
So, here we are, again.
Sir, I must remind you, we are near the neutral zone.
Helm, all stop.
Aye, sir. All stop.
We've got company, sir. Heading 227, Mark 6.
On screen. Magnify.
It's a light freighter, sir. Klingon. The Jorneb.
Sir, loosely translated, Jorneb means warhead.
Open a channel. Hail the Klingon vessel.
Aye, sir.
On screen.
Speak.
This is Captain Jason Brousseau of the Federation Starship Dominion. Who am I addressing?
I am Captain Kataka, the Imperial freighter Jorneb.
We received a distress call from somebody in this area.
We have broadcast no distress signal. You can rest assured that if we were in distress, we would accept no assistance from Federation Kataka.
We would gladly allow you to die a warrior's death.
What treachery is this? Why have you fired upon it?
Report!
Sir, the torpedoes originated inside the nebula.
That's impossible. Instruments can't function well enough inside of a nebula.
Remote targeting, maybe?
Lieutenant Allen, run every scan imaginable on those coordinates and then forward your data to my quarters.
Aye, sir.
Got it! Yes! Fool! I said target the weapons and engine systems only. Now we'll be lucky if there's enough metal left to pay for those torpedoes.
Miscalculation, sir. They were carrying munitions. Our targeting identified their munitions as weapons.
Crewman, I like you. I've always liked you. That is why I'm going to lie and tell your family you died honorably.
Were you infiltrating the Klingons?
Still a secret.
Alan, summarize what we learned from those scans.
Well, we do know that the distress signal is being broadcast by a small beacon. It's a very sophisticated beacon, sir.
How so?
Well, it scans the area looking for any object large enough to be a ship. When it detects a target, it collects the data and then sends it back to a ship that's hidden inside the nebula.
Do you see the filament running from the probe into the nebula? Of course you don't. It's only 3 atoms wide. It's made from a material called hypergraphene.
I've heard of that. It has amazing tensile strength.
My guess is they sit near a large asteroid inside the nebula and avoid detection and then launch the probe. They size up the prey, and if it's worth their trouble, they attack, board the ship, take the whole stonking mess, blow it to bits. No witnesses.
Now, Lieutenant, that scares me how quickly you came up with that.
That's what I'd do if I were a heartless, gutter-snipe pirate scum.
So what do we do now?
Now, we need to get them on our terms. We need to draw them out and figure out exactly where they're located.
Well, we do have a line that points directly to them. Is there any way we can use that?
My thoughts exactly. Dismissed. Piper, I have a job for you.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever played a string instrument?
Sir?
Sir, I've opened a one-way channel to the unidentified vessel. Let the scare tactics begin.
We're being hailed. Impossible! Should I ignore it then? I'll call a technician to look at the comm system.
This is the Federation Starship Dominion to the unknown alien vessel.
Impossible!
You will proceed immediately to the coordinates I'm transmitting now. Failure to comply will result in your destruction. This will be your only warning. Only warning.
Sir, the coordinates you gave them are in the opposite direction from where we are.
Yes, I know. Quincy, move us in slowly.
Aye, sir. 1/4 impulse. Lieutenant Allen, I'm curious. Exactly how did Lieutenant Piper calculate the length of that filament?
It was an actual stroke of genius on her part. We can calculate the frequency modulation of the string based on the material makeup and the length of the string. So all we did is hit the filament with a blast from the deflector dish.
So then you had all the variables except for the length of the string.
Which was easy to calculate at that point.
Bloody brilliant.
Here they come.
Red alert! Shields up!
Weapons on. They're headed for the neutral zone.
Plot an intercept course. Ready tractor beam.
Entering neutral zone.
We're in tractor beam range, sir.
Engage tractor beam.
Romulan ship decloaking, sir.
They're raising shields.
I'll stop.
Shall I put some space between us, sir?
No, Commander. Just hold your position.
Aye, sir.
Sir, we're being hailed.
On screen. This is Captain Jason Brousseau of the Federation.
You have captured a Romulan vessel in neutral space. You have no jurisdiction here. Release it immediately.
The crew of that vessel is responsible for interstellar crimes. That makes it our jurisdiction.
Captain, these men have no honor. They are wanted for many crimes within the Romulan Star Empire as well. Captain, perhaps we can come to some form of compromise. You see, my men have discovered something you might find very interesting aboard that ship. We're sending you the coordinates now. You have my word that it is small, weak, harmless.
Transport an unknown package from a Romulan ship? Do you think I'm some sort of idiot?
Our shields are down. Scan it if you like. Unless, of course, you are afraid.
Lieutenant Allen, run a thorough scan of those coordinates. Taft, transporter room.
Our readings confirm earlier scans, Captain.
Definitely human.
Human. All right, Chief. Whenever you're ready, energize.
Aye, sir.
Commander, are you all right?
Be sure to check him for anything foreign they might have placed inside. No offense, Commander.
None taken. Let's get him to sick bay.
Don't try to move, Commander. We'll have you in a nice warm bed in no time. Chief Marks, I want a medical team. me have 2 grams of adrastisine.
Yes, doctor.
I'll tell you, when I beamed in, I could not believe I was back.
Seconds after the nacelle broke away,
They beamed me over and started torturing me, and they wanted information. I wouldn't give it to them. They gave up and just started torturing me for fun. Can't wait to see the Commodore again, and I am damn glad to be back.
Glad to have you back, Commander. You rest now. Welcome home.
Captain, the probes have all been deployed and we're scanning on all frequencies. We calculate Corrales will enter the planet's atmosphere 6 hours and 32 minutes from now.
Beautiful, isn't it? It really does look like there's coral down there.
Coral?
Yes. Captain Maury of the Exeter did the first field survey 14 years ago. He named the moon Corrales because it reminded him of the Earth's oceans. He kept the theme going and he named the planet Oceanica.
So there's no ocean on Oceanica and no coral on Corrales?
Ironic, isn't it? Commander Allen, I'll leave the research in your capable hands. If you need me, I'll be in the briefing room with a backlog of reports.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll get right on that.
We need more data. I'm glad it's not my decision.
So, what'd you find?
We were scanning Corrales, sir. We came across an unusual message coming up from the surface.
Message? Aye, sir. It's Pi.
Yes, sir. Pi. Broadcast repeatedly. It's quite brilliant, actually. Pi is recognized by every advanced civilization.
So, now that we received a message, what are we going to do about it?
It could be anything, Captain. It could even be a trap. This sector is crawling with pirates, or worse.
Sir, we did not find any technology on the surface, but I do believe there's life down there. I think we should try to make contact with who or whatever it is.
I concur, sir.
Duly noted. Denson, do we have time for a quick look around?
Yes, sir. We've got a few hours.
Doctor, Allen, meet me in the transporter room in 10 minutes. Wear gravity boots and a breathing apparatus. The air is breathable, but it's a bit thin down there. Secure your masks. And watch your footing down there. It can get pretty treacherous. The tidal forces go both ways, so there could be moonquakes.
This just keeps getting better and better.
Chief, activate gravity boots. Energize.
incredible.
And still, the only thing it has to say is pie?
Jason, are you seriously suggesting that we abandon it because its social skills aren't up to our standards?
Settle down, Doctor. Nobody's suggesting anything yet.
Can't. He's having a panic attack. Lieutenant, leave your mask alone. That's an order.
Wait, guys. The air's fine. It's a little thin.
Zero.
What happened to Lieutenant Brock? Did you have anything to do with that? Where is he?
That was unfortunate.
Unfortunate? You slimy... Wait, you can talk?
Yes, Captain Medusa. We, who are many, can communicate with you now. For eons. We have heard radio waves from other planets, and communications from the vessels pass us by. We learn, bit by bit, but we learn empty knowledge. We, who are one, learn words and we learn math, but have no context of which to use them.
He made more sense when he was reciting pi.
This thing appears to be a superorganism. It's a colony of something like polyps, similar to coral on Earth. It's one entity, but made up of many. Actually, I believe this one organism covers nearly the entire surface of this moon.
Lieutenant Brock never did you any harm.
Why did you kill him?
Your friend is not dead, Commander. He is here. He is with us. He is us. It is because of his memories, his context, that we can communicate with you. We are many. We are one.
Apparently, it grows by assimilating any nearby life forms. Each new individual contributes to the whole.
It's a good thing we have these oxygen masks on, sir. The atmosphere is perfectly safe, but it's saturated with spores which clearly are not. Once in the lungs, they are instantly distributed throughout the bloodstream, where it breaks down the body for absorption by the creature.
But somehow the mind, all the knowledge, thoughts, the emotions, experiences, it all remains intact. It's incredible.
We will attempt to help you, but I'm not sure we could save the moon. Or you.
We, who are many, thank you. Captain.
Yes?
You should leave quickly.
I couldn't agree more. Dominion, 3 to beam up.
I've lost Lieutenant Brock's signal. Does that mean that he's...
Dead? That's debatable, Chief. But he won't be making the return trip with us. Alan, how long until Corrales enters the planet's atmosphere?
Roughly 3.5 hours, sir.
Everybody back to their posts. Pursuit to Quincy.
Quincy here, sir.
I need you to target that moon with a tractor beam. Boost the power any way you can. Try and raise it back into orbit. If you can't do that, at least slow the orbital decay and buy us some time.
Aye, sir. We'll give it our best try.
Captain.
Lieutenant Brock?
Captain, please explain to Brock's wife what has happened.
Just hold tight, Lieutenant. We got a lot of work to do, and not much time to do it. Engineer, what's the status of that tractor beam?
Tractor beam is engaged, sir. We've diverted power from several non-essential systems. We've slowed the orbital decay, but I don't think we have the power to stabilize it.
XO, how long until that moon hits the atmosphere?
About an hour or so, sir, more or less.
If we divert power from every system except for life-supported gravity, we could gain an extra 15 minutes.
That would give us 75 minutes. Do it!
Captain, may I have a moment?
Of course. After you. Deck 9. Lieutenant, I am sorry, but this is what we signed up for. We all know the risks. Lieutenant, you only get one of those.
4 months. We'd only been married 4 months.
Astrid, I really am sorry. He was a good man. He will be missed.
May I remain on the bridge and watch that miserable rock crash into the planet?
Lieutenant, we're going to do our very best to stop that from happening. You really need to stop doing that.
You are really going to try to save that thing that killed my husband?
Lieutenant, I don't have the time to discuss this with you. You need to go to your quarters, get some rest, until I decide what to do with you. After all, you struck a superior officer. There must be consequences. Helm, steady as she goes. I just hope time is on our side.
What now?
Captain, I believe we have a visitor, and I have a hunch they don't like us very much.
What gave you that idea? Tompkins, hail our new friends. Invite them to stop shooting at us.
Unknown ship. This is the Federation starship Dominion. Please acknowledge.
Shields down 1%, sir. Make that 1.2%, sir.
Sir, the vessel is hailing us.
This should be interesting. Put it on main screen. Greetings. I am Captain Jason Brousseau of the starship Dominion.
I know who you are, Broussard.
That's Brousseau.
We've been watching you for quite some time. I am Captain Kataka of the warship Mok'tai's Hammer. We hail from the planet Vincentia 5.
Captain, may I ask why you are attacking us?
You may not. But Captain, why do you stand your ground? Why does this pathetic little moon deserve your protection? Our scans show nothing of any particular value.
The only value here is scientific.
Of course it is. Or perhaps you've discovered some rare and valuable element. I think I should go down and see for myself.
No, you really don't want to do that. It's really dangerous.
Really? Our scans show a very breathable atmosphere and no significant life forms. No, I think I shall go down and see firsthand what it is you do not want me to see. Prepare the shuttle.
This guy is insufferable.
Sir, they've launched a shuttle. It's heading for Corrales.
All we can do is hope that he's more cautious than he is friendly.
Sir, the helm is not responding. And our course has been changed.
Present course?
We are on a collision course with Oceanica, sir.
Engineering! I need helm control, and I need it now!
Sir, all systems are unresponsive.
Hull temperature is rising, sir.
Communications are offline, sir.
Engineering! Where's my helm control?
It's Kataka. He's been absorbed and he's taken control.
Kataka, I know you can hear me. Without our help, your moon will fall into the planet's atmosphere within hours. It will be destroyed, and so will you.
Sir, we have helm control.
Quincy, get us back to standard orbit.
Already on it, sir.
What, the devil? It was the devil, and he's just joined us.
The devil? That's pretty harsh, Lieutenant Ted. What have I ever done to you?
What have... Your ship is still attacking us! Captain, please, just say the word.
It isn't my ship anymore, but good point. There, I've disabled their weapon systems. I'm really getting the hang of controlling things. Brock taught me how. Well, he had no choice, really. We are part of the same consciousness. I know everything he knows.
Kataka, remind me exactly why we should save you.
Come now, Captain. You know as well as I do that you will save this moon if you can. It's the Federation way. Help all sentient life forms and deal with the consequences later. I find it refreshing. Stupid, but refreshing.
Sir, there's a shuttlecraft en route from Corrales to the Vancian ship.
Kataka, I cannot allow you to send that shuttle to the planet. We cannot allow more of your people to join you. Your evil is balanced with Lieutenant Brock, and I intend to keep it that way. Helm, tractor that shuttle into our shuttle bay.
Aye, sir. With pleasure.
Even if we solve the immediate problem, Kataka is going to be a pain in the Federation's backside for as long
I can
as...
see your plan clearly now, Captain. You wish to turn this moon into my eternal prison. Well, I'd rather die than be engaged in an endless wrestling match with that buffoon Brock. So, die well, Captain.
Wait! Kataka! Kataka!
All nav systems are non-responsive. We're in dive again, sir.
As long as good and evil are balanced down there, it's going to be this way. I need to go down there and tip the scales. Lieutenant Brock and I can take control.
But, Captain...
There's no time for debate. Don, you take the ship.
All right, Chief. Enter the coordinates for the last away mission.
I don't know them.
That's a nice try, Chief. But I know the coordinates are stored in memory. Do it now, or I'll incapacitate you and do it myself.
Astrid, no! I'll go!
Someone has to go down there and help stop Kataka, Captain. I volunteer.
No, we'll find another way.
We've only got seconds, Captain. You need to take a step back and stop wasting time. And for the record, Captain, I know you tried. Energize.
Sir, the helm is back online.
Returning to standard orbit, sir.
Sir, the orbit of Corrales is deteriorating more rapidly than ever. At this rate, it'll enter the planet's atmosphere in a minute or so.
Wayne, Astrid, please reconsider. We can quarantine the planet. We can somehow make it so you can live in peace.
We appreciate that, Captain, but our resolve is firm.
We have the upper hand at the moment, but it's only a matter of time before someone else as bad as Kataka comes along.
Sir, if you restore our orbit, we could spend eons here, battling for control. The very thought of it makes us weary.
Farewell, Captain. Godspeed, and good luck to you all. We are many.
We are one.
Incoming communication from Captain Jason Brousseau of the Federation-class starship Dominion. Registry NCC 2115 on an open channel. You may choose to engage the captain, suggest a postponement, or decline.
On screen.
If you would like to learn more about the USS Dominion, say, "Tell me more."
Computer?
Otherwise,
Sara,
say nothing.
put the captain on screen, please.
Sorry I couldn't drop in. I've been called away for some negotiations in Sector 97. Do you think you can take care of something for me? That is, if you're up and running.
Yes, sir. We'll be ready in 30 minutes or so. What's the mission?
Before I got sidetracked, we were on our way to the Vicentia system. Some sort of spatial rift has opened up there. Of course, we could take care of this after we're done with this assignment.
No, that's fine. Someone should investigate before it collapses. Captain, this Vicentia sounds familiar. Isn't that the system where you encountered someone named Kataka?
Kataka. We had a misunderstanding, but you don't have to worry about him.
Captain, the Planetary Peace Contingency wishes to beam aboard in 2 hours.
That's my cue. Good luck, Rio Grande. I know you can handle it. Brousseau out.
Lieutenant Navarro, scan that rift. Lieutenant McNair, initiate a search grid pattern. If there's anything alive out there, anything moving, I want to know about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Lieutenant Devon, yell alert, please, and keep your head on a swivel.
Yes, Commander. Commander, we've got a ship to starboard.
Vessel identified. Name, Mokhtai's Hammer. Home planet, Vicentia 5. Class, Heavy Cruiser. Last known captain, Kasha Kataka. Should be approached with caution.
We're being hailed.
On screen.
You're not Brousseau. Who are you? I wanted him to watch me enter the rift. You see, my ship is just small enough to enter it. He would have to watch helplessly as I began my journey to end his miserable existence. And you ruined my plans. But no matter. I shall do away with him anyway.
This is the Runabout Rio Grande. I'm Commander Kat Granger. I've come here to investigate your little rift.
Pardon my manners, Kat. I am Katanas Kataka. And be my guest. Investigate away. I'll be back soon. And if you see Captain Brousseau, tell him that... Oh, wait. He won't see him because he will never have existed. I wonder if you even remember him. Oh, well. I bid you good day.
Lieutenant Devon, contact the Dominion. I want all the data they can give us concerning their encounter with Kataka. Lieutenant Navarro, feed the video from our conversation with Kataka into Memory Alpha database and see what it can tell us. And do it fast. We're following him into the rift.
While you are waiting, you may like to know the Mokhtai's hammer has a crew complement of 42. Known weapons are 4 light-yield plasma cannons. It has a docking bay for 1 shuttlecraft with seating for...
Computer, stop. Commander, Memory Alpha data 96% downloaded.
I've got the data from the mini.
100%. Got it. Everybody brace. We're going in.
Commander, I'm not getting any Starfleet chatter on any frequency. In fact, I'm not detecting a human presence anywhere else in the solar system.
Try the radio spectrum, Lieutenant. Plenty of chatter there.
Perhaps the most memorable.
And that was the Bing Miller Quintet with I've Got a Chick in Hicksville. And now, the news on this beautiful May 8th, 1942. In the Pacific, General MacArthur has the chaps on the run in the Coral Sea. Once again, the Allies foil the axis of evil at every turn.
Lieutenant Navarro, what have you learned from the Memory Alpha data?
He was able to identify his clothing, but he was wearing a uniform of a naval pilot circa 1940s.
Reports from Washington, D.C. and the War
Commander,
Department.
we are at an altitude of 2,000 kilometers, and we're almost directly above Mikini. And your never guess was almost directly below us at an altitude of 1,600 kilometers.
Let me guess. Our old friend Kataka.
Well, it's a ship, but I scanned for him and he's not on it.
According to radio chatter, the aircraft carrier Yorktown plucked a pilot out of the sea 4 hours ago. It can't determine which ship he's from, or even which navy.
Computer, cross-reference Earth, World War II, May 1942, Yorktown, Rescue, and Captain Jason Brousseau.
Working.
Devon, McNair, I need you two to beam down to that carrier and figure out what's going on. Devon, have the replicator supply you with a 1942 U.S. Naval officer uniform. McNair, do the same, but yours should be the uniform of an enlisted man.
Enlisted man? Why should he outrank me?
There's absolutely no good reason, Lieutenant. But in the 1940s, an officer of color was about as likely as a swimming pool on a flight deck. At any rate, we're not going to fix it today. Just concentrate on your assignment and remember the butterfly effect.
The butterfly effect?
Yeah, you know. I can't believe you haven't heard about the butterfly effect. It's a Russian invention. But you step on the butterfly in Argentina, and that causes it to rain 6 months later in New York.
The point is, the tiniest change in the timeline can cause far-reaching and unforeseen consequences. So lay low and be careful. Now, go! Lieutenant Navarro will send you the coordinates in a moment. Oh, and take the Type C communicator. It's a prototype. It's smaller and less flashy and has a holographic screen. Oh, Lieutenant Devon, a Russian accent on a U.S. ship just seems wrong. Can you do an American accent?
Yes, yes, Commander. Okay, we're here. Now what?
I think our first order of business is to find Kataka. But where to start? This is a huge ship.
Mm-hmm.
McNair, what's up?
Gotsomite. On May 8, 1942, the USS Yorktown was involved in the Battle of the Coral Sea. Two enemy planes made bombing runs just minutes apart. The first bomb caused only minimal damage. The captain was about to walk onto the flight deck to view the damage when the second bomb fell. This time the damage was severe. The captain would have surely been killed, but the crewman named James Shelton appeared out of nowhere and pulled him to safety. And get this, the captain's name was Elliot Brousseau. He was the 8th great-grandfather of Jason Brousseau of the Dominion.
I think that's why Kataka is here. Let's go find him. Or James Shelton.
Or Captain Brousseau.
Yep.
McNair out.
Deep breath. Again.
Lieutenant, do you remember anything that happened? We've got to get you back to your ship.
I'm sorry, Captain Broussard.
That's Brousseau, Captain Elliot Brousseau. Doctor, I think his condition may be worse than you thought. I believe this man has antegrade amnesia, the inability to form new memories.
I am familiar with the condition, Captain.
Lieutenant, I'm sorry. I think you're going to have to stay here for a while until we can figure out how to get you back where you belong. Doctor, I want one guard with him here at all times, and call me if there's any change.
Yes, sir.
Crewman, would you mind finding me a smoke if you could? It's been a tough day. I could really use one.
Captain, I am afraid that man could have internal injuries. We need to get him to Pearl and the facilities there as fast as possible.
Doctor, we're concentrating all of our medical facilities on the flight deck. And you gotta be serious. I can't waste an airplane to send him back to Pearl. He'll be down one plane. That's ludicrous.
Come on, let me talk to you about this some more. I believe I got a good argument. We need to get him to Pearl.
Have you seen crewman James Shelton?
Captain Brousseau.
Nah, it's I don't have to show watch today. And my day to watch. No, I'm sorry.
Where could the captain be?
No.
I don't know either. Let's go this way.
Should you be in the galley, boy?
Excuse me, what did you just say?
I said, shouldn't you be in the galley, boy?
I thought you just said
No. Dude, I went to order for him, okay? Come on, leave him alone.
hell is Kataka? I'm sure enough. Stairs. They're still using these to get from level to level. Savages. Take these down here. Come on. Let's go. Right there.
F4F Wildcats, you are the keystone to this plan. You're going to take on the Japanese cap. I want you cruising in at 25,000 feet. You should expect AM5s, maybe some Zeeks, at about 20,000 feet. If you have an altitude advantage, I want you to take it. I absolutely want you to take it. Remember that speed is life. No matter what you do, don't turn with them. Stay with your wingman. If you get caught out, dive away. Dive away.
Has anyone seen a pilot? Ooh. Flight deck.
You have a major speed advantage. You can outdive them. You can get away every time, no problems.
Have you seen a pilot come through here in a hurry?
Yeah, he came through here before like his pants was on fire, and I think he took my wrench.
That sounds like a taco.
Yeah,
let's go.
General quarters. All hands man your battle stations. Man all air defense stations.
Crap.
Is everybody all right?
Fine. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I need to talk to you.
Captain, give us a moment if you don't mind.
We have a thing we have to do.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
That was odd. Somebody get that man to sick bay.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your time off. Ready to get back to work?
Aren't you curious on how it went?
Captain Elliot Brousseau is still alive. We're good to go.
His condition was nominal last time we saw him.
And Kataka has been eliminated as a threat.
Then get to the bridge. Now. We need to get back through that rift before they do. If they get there before us, they can close it behind us and leave us trapped here. Unless, of course, one of you has a device on you that can punch a hole in the fabric of space-time.
Not unless I'm out check.
Nope, not on me.
McNair,
Yes?
I'm sorry you had to go through that era.
It's okay, Commander. It's all in the past.
All right. Is everyone ready to say goodbye to 1942?
I do have one question before we leave. How is it that Kataka got from the Mokhtai's hammer to the water near the Yorktown without being detected?
He must have used some sort of short-range personal pod. The pod was probably detected by their radar, but mistaken for an enemy plane. When the pod went into the water, they just assumed the plane had crashed.
They performed a search for the pilot and found Kataka. Wait. That means the pod is still there. In the water. We can't just leave it there.
Commander, Mokhtai's hammer is powering up. I think they're about to make a run for it.
I say we destroy the pod. We don't have time for anything else. I'm scanning for it now.
Do it, Lieutenant, but make it fast.
Mokhtai's hammer is on the move. She's headed toward the rift.
Narrowing the search. Got it! Targeting.
Lieutenant, now please.
Firing single phaser. Got it! What little of it's left now is sinking.
Hang on. I'm gonna have to punch it. Bringing her around. Yellow alert.
Weapons ready.
Lieutenant, hail the Mokhtai's hammer.
Hailing. They're acknowledging.
This is Captain Negan of the Mokhtai's hammer. Who's hailing us?
I am Commander Kat Granger, and this is the Runabout Rio Grande. Sir, the Department of Temporal Investigations is going to want to have a word with you. There are laws governing when it's okay to go gallivanting through time.
In our defense, we had no idea where that rift would take us. The device was owned by that Kataka fella. He offered us more money than we could refuse for what he described as a one-day excursion.
Do you still have this device?
Yes. Would you like it? We're terrified of it. Only Kataka knew how to operate it. And we're afraid to touch it. So please, take it.
We will. Just send the coordinates. Thank you. I'm sure the DTI will take your cooperation into consideration. Granger out. Lieutenant Devon, please go back to the transporter and make sure we get that device. And try to touch it as little as possible.
Yes, Commander.
Lieutenant Navarro, what does Memory Alpha say now about the USS Yorktown on May 8th, 1942?
On May 8th, 1942, the USS Yorktown was involved in the Battle of the Coral Sea, 2 enemy planes, blah blah blah, second plane, blah blah. Aquí está. The captain would have surely been killed in the second bombing, but an unknown pilot trying desperately to get to his plane ran onto the flight deck, pushing the captain aside, saving his life. The pilot was then killed instantly by the second bomb, The identity of this man was never determined, but he was given a hero's funeral with full military honors.
I found an interesting article about a mysterious bolt of some sort of energy which came from the sky a few moments after the second bombing. Many have speculated it could have been alien in origin, but most agreed it was a very rare form of lightning.
What did I miss?
You missed it.
What did I miss?
It turns out we was just involved in one of the most ironic incidents in the history of ironic incidents. So let's recap. Kataka goes mental and then decides to avenge his brother's death.
In the most convoluted way possible.
True, his plan was to interfere with James Shelton, keeping him from saving the life of the captain. He succeeded in interfering with Shelton, but then he managed to inadvertently save the life of the captain himself.
Then Kataka was killed by the captain's enemy, the Japanese pilot.
Who had no argument at all with Kataka.
And then, the piece de resistance, Kataka was made a hero for doing the exact opposite of what he was trying to do.
So, we've all got a good story to tell at parties, and Captain Brousseau exists? I'd say it was a good day. Lieutenant Navarro, contact Starfleet. Tell them we have a very interesting artifact for them. See if they have an assignment for us. In the meantime, Lieutenant McNair, set a course for that away.
Sorry, I'm very late. Oh, son. Oh, Captain Brousseau. Oh, боже мой, прости меня. My apologies, Capitan, for my tardiness.
Lieutenant Devon, no need for apologies. Matter of fact, I owe you and the crew of the Rio Grande a great debt of gratitude. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even be here.
Yes, sir. You are most welcome, Captain. It was a great honor to meet your ancestor. We were fortunate the ordeal turned out for the best.
Well, thank you. And speaking of ordeals, let's get this one over with.
Attention on deck! Attention to orders!
I shall now read my orders. To Captain Jason A. Brousseau, Commanding Officer, USS Dominion, NCC 2115, Stardate 8325. You are hereby requested and required to relinquish command of your vessel to Captain Maureen E. Farrell as of this date. Signed, Vice Admiral Barrett, Starfleet Command, Chief of Staff. Computer, transfer all command codes to Captain Farrell. Authorization Brousseau Omega 13.
Working. Transfer complete. USS Dominion now under command of Captain Maureen Farrell.
I relieve you, sir.
I stand relieved.
All right, everyone. At ease. No speeches. Let's just get back to work. Ship's company, attention! Dismissed.
Captain's log, Stardate 5108.3. We are en route to Starbase K7, where we plan to hand over the strange portal-generating device that we confiscated from the Mok'tai's hammer after the Yorktown incident. But first, we've been ordered to pay an unscheduled visit to an outlying planet called Haas 523 to investigate a distress signal which appears to be originating from a Starfleet shuttlecraft. The troubling thing is that no such shuttlecraft has been reported missing in the area.
Captain, I'm picking up a faint message from the shuttle. It's pre-recorded, on a loop. There were 7 passengers on board.
2 of them suffered catastrophic injuries and are deceased. The others must have walked away from the crash site in search of shelter or provisions, because I'm seeing no life signs at the site.
Zelda, please scan for life signs within a 100-kilometer radius.
5 human life signs found. Transferring coordinates now.
Got him. Shall I set us down near the life signs, Captain?
I'm reading an unusually large concentration of ionic interference near the surface. If our warp core absorbed too much of that, it could cause havoc.
I think that could be what happened to the shuttle, or what's left of it, down there on the surface.
I suspect you're right. McNair, get us into a low geosynchronous orbit, directly above the crash site. Meet Devin and me at the transporter pad.
Yes, ma'am. This should only take a moment.
Hey, new guy. Pick up some portable signal enhancers on your way out.
Yes, Captain.
McNair, you can wear the hat if you want. It's a little chilly down there.
Oh, thanks, Captain.
I don't see a blasted thing. Well, nothing unusual anyway. Lieutenant Devin, are you picking up anything?
Nothing but unusual alloy. And wait. Faint life signs 5 kilometers. That way.
We might as well check it out. It's our only lead.
Agreed. Lead the way, Lieutenant Devin.
Yes, Captain.
This is it. This is the source of the distress signal, as well as life form readings.
Why would anyone transmit false life form readings?
We've been duped. They deliberately led us here, but why?
It's because they know there's interference. They don't think we can return to our ship from here.
Zelda, raise shields. Go to yellow alert. Scan for any vessels capable of warp within 3 light years and advise me if you see anything headed our way.
Is there any theories of what is going on?
My guess is they either want our ship or something aboard her.
However, they didn't take into account that we have an onboard computer that's capable of controlling many of our ship's functions.
Everything except for weapons.
We need to get back to the extraction point. The transporter's not going to be able to lock onto us from here. There's too much ionic interference.
We have our signal enhancers.
Sure, but I don't want to use this unless we have to.
Whoever is responsible for this planned it very well.
Stranger.
Captain, choose vision are approaching at a high rate of speed. Their course is too precise to be coincidental. I estimate 30 seconds until their arrival.
Looks like we have some uninvited guests. There's no time to get to the extraction point. We're gonna have to use the pattern enhancers and hope for the best. Any objections? To beam up.
Captain, the aforementioned unknown vessels have locked onto our bridge. There is an excellent probability we will be boarded the instant I lower the shields.
Therefore, you can't beam us up just yet. Computer, do you remember how we were lured away from our extraction point? Of course you do. Perhaps try something like that.
Understood, Captain.
Let's hope Zelda will come to the correct conclusion.
So use smoke and mirrors, sleight of hand, to fake our location.
Is Zelda as devious as you, Captain?
Let's hope. 4 to beam up, whenever you're ready.
Alright, fellas. Let's see how easily you can be distracted. Launching probe. Fetch. That was almost too easy. Shields engaged, Captain.
And not a moment too soon. I call this move threading the needle. McNair, plot an intercept course.
Captain, I suggest we let them go.
He's right, Capitan. We have bigger fish to fry.
I know I'm the new guy, but I agree.
You're right. Let's get this device back to the DTI. Looks like we have a target on our back for as long as we have it. Zelda, set a command for the signal enhancers to self-destruct. McNair, set a course for Starbase K7.
Yes, Captain.
Commander, your operatives have arrived. They request an audience.
Oh, Mafaste. Let's not keep them waiting.
Commander, we're being hailed.
On screen.
Commander Denmark, we are honored to have your attention, even for a moment.
It is I who is honored.
We are so relieved. However, we could not complete the task assigned to us. If given another chance, I assure you, we will...
You misunderstand. I am honored to be the one who rids this sector of you. You are clearly unable to function and therefore unworthy to live. Someday your planet will thank me. First officer, send them away.
Yes, Commander.
Captain, we're being hailed on a secure channel. It looks like it's from the Department of Temporal Investigations.
That was fast. We've only been here for what, 10 seconds? On screen.
Captain Granger, I am Agent Dresh. It is agreeable to finally meet you.
Finally?
Captain, you came into possession of the device 17 days ago. It should have taken you approximately 6.5 days to get here. Don't take this the wrong way, but there will have to be an investigation.
Oh? How could I take that the wrong way?
Please send us the exact coordinates of the device and we will beam it directly to our lab.
I was hoping I could remain with it until you've taken possession.
That will not be necessary, Captain.
You should be receiving the coordinates now.
You may leave now, Captain. However, please remain available. You may be summoned to appear at an inquiry.
Now wondering, was he incredibly rude because he's a DTI agent, or because he's a Balkan?
You know, Russia did not invent rudeness, but we perfected it with something called the KGB.
You have done well. The Talshar are lucky to have you.
For the glory of the Praetor. But won't the Federation discover that I am not Agent Drash, and that they were never in possession of the device?
Cousin, you give me far too little credit. Federation will discover it. In time, but not today.
And why is that, cousin?
Watch.
Ranger to base commander. Commander, what happened? May we be of assistance?
Thanks for your grant, but we're still receiving damage reports. Something happened in DTI Lab Number 3. Agent Dresh and several of his staff are still unaccounted for.
And how about the device?
And what device would that be, Captain?
We had just delivered a very important device to the lab to be tested. Certainly hope it didn't cause the explosion.
Impossible to say at this time. But judging by the level of destruction, your device has most likely been destroyed.
That's unsettling news, Commander. Well, we are expected to rendezvous with the Dominion in 3 days. I'll inform them.
Actually, Captain, I would appreciate it if you kept the details of this incident confidential until our investigation is complete.
Yes, sir, of course. Please keep us in the loop.
Will do, Rio Grande. Good luck.
Lieutenant Han? It's been good having you on board, but it's time to get you to your new post on the Dominion.
Thank you, Captain. I'm looking forward to it. Although I have to say, there's never a dull moment here on the Rio Grande.
Trust me, Brian. You got lucky. There are plenty of slow days aboard this ship.
You know what they say. Space exploration consists of many days of tedious routine, punctuated
by minutes of
Heart-pounding excitement.
But I wouldn't trade a single minute of it. Zelda, open up a channel to Captain Maureen Farrell aboard the USS Dominion.
Captain Granger, to what do I owe this pleasure?
Just wanted to let you know that we are on schedule to deliver your new security officer in approximately 36 hours.
Yes, I see him behind you there. Hello, Chief. We're looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you, Captain.
Captain Granger, I heard about the explosion on Deep Space Station K7. Now don't look surprised. Bad news travels fast in the fleet. I trust that you and your crew are all right.
Other than a few light scratches on our hull and being a bit rattled, we're fine. Afraid I can't say the same for our cargo.
Yeah, Kataka's device. Well, maybe that's for the best. We'll talk more about it when you get here. Safe travels, Captain.
McNair, plot an intercept course for the Dominion.
Will do, Captain.
And, feel free to go get your hat. It's starting to grow on me.
Report! We've been fired upon by 3 ships of unknown origin.
We suspect they may be a newly discovered race, the Vancians.
The What-e-ans?
The Vancians, known for their extreme aggression and their proclivity for wearing strange hooded uniforms.
Never heard of them. How dangerous can they be?
Shall I commence evasive maneuvers, Commander?
No! Stand your ground!
Commander, should I retrieve your ceremonial death cloak?
No! There will be no ceremonial death cloak. To the glory of the Praetor.
To the glory of the Praetor.
Commander, incoming communication.
On screen.
Commander Navarro, I realize our governments have not been on the friendliest of terms, but I'm not likely to stand by for an unfair fight. May we be of assistance?
Yes. You may.
In that case, Commander, please keep communications open, if you don't mind. How about a coordinated attack?
Indeed. Weapons. Prepare fire. Ready when you are, Captain.
Cloud, fire again.
There were no other ships in the vicinity. There was the Valdore, and there was the 3 other ships of unknown origin. Is that understood? For the glory of the Praetor.
For the glory of the Praetor.
Who are you? I wanted him to watch me enter the rift. You see, my ship is just small enough to enter it. He would have to watch helplessly as I began my journey to end his miserable existence. And you ruined my plans.
Captain's log, stardate 5108.3. We're en route to Starbase K7, where we plan to hand over the strange portal-generating device that we confiscated from the Moktai's hammer after the Yorktown incident.
Open a secure channel to High Command.
Yes, Commander.
I've been waiting for your communications. You know I don't like waiting.
We were unavoidably detained, but we have secured the location of the device.
You know all the right things to say, don't you, Commander? Very well. I want that device. How soon can you deliver it?
If our intelligence is correct, we should have it within a few cycles.
Don't bore me with excuses, Commander. If I have it within 7 cycles, there will be a substantial reward. If not, well, there will be consequences.
I can imagine, Admiral.
Can you? Just bring it to me, Commander. For the glory of the Praetor. Admiral Perem, out.
For the glory of the Praetor. Science Officer, I've asked you to run a thorough scan of the area where the Vancians have been punching a hole into our dimension. Do you have any result?
Yes, Commander. On screen.
I see nothing interesting of this area of space. What's so special about this?
Commander, there are very large concentrations of a newly discovered dark matter molecule called diaperture.
So?
These molecules tend to phase in and out of our dimension. It is believed their presence is what allows the Vancians to enter and exit, seemingly at will.
They have been entering into our space and our dimension more and more frequently. They are testing our military might and our resolve to defend our glorious empire. These incursions will not be tolerated any longer. Helm, plot a course in the center of those incursions. Engage Warp 4.
In every direction simultaneously.
If space were a river, this would be the rapids.
This is the rapids. I do not want to see the waterfall.
We've been spotted.
Target that ship and fire all disruptor cannons.
Shields are down and their main power is failing.
Activate tractor beam and bring that Vancian ship right alongside us. Activate our cloak and make sure our prisoners are covered as well. And bring us within 500 feet of that anomaly.
Yes, Commander.
Assemble a boarding party. Escort 2 of the highest-ranking officers into the brig. Kill the rest.
Fine, Murta.
Send a team of our best interrogators to the brig. I need to know everything there is to know about these guests. Science Officer, have you figured out why we were so easily able to disable their ship?
It is either because we caught them off guard, or...
Continue.
Sensor readings indicate overall power levels dropped immediately after their transition into our dimension. These power levels do not match those of the ships from our previous encounter. It could be that their power levels require some recovery time following transition into our dimension.
That would be most fortunate. Attention all hands. Until further notice, run silent. Shut down all systems other than life support, security measures, and gravity. Let's sit here at their doorstep and see who peeks out.
Silence! Forgive my impertinence, Commander, but I'm not sure silence is necessary. Their sensors are primitive. The Valdore and the enemy ship inside our cloak are safe from detection.
It's good to know. Anything else you discovered?
I have detected at least 20 Pyramid cruisers and 100 of the battleship-class ships, like we encountered in our previous engagement.
By the Praetor.
The nearest planet has various shipbuilding facilities and several large space stations. Communications traffic is heavy between all the ships, stations, and planets.
Every indication is they are preparing for an invasion.
And we are their first targets. What we have seen must have been an advanced base, or perhaps their homeworld. Whatever it is, they must be stopped, and fast! Motha, stay.
Yes, Commander.
Were any of your team aboard that ship?
Yes, Commander. 2 personnel remained aboard for information gathering, but they were unable to transmit their data to us because we were running silent.
What you are seeing is a barren and lifeless world, a planet of a subjugated race. It's been stripped of all its useful resources, and its indigenous population has been removed. This weapon is known only to its development scientists and a handful of the Praetor's innermost circle.
How soon can you get this weapon to the Valdore?
The weapon requires red matter, Commander, which, as you know, is very rare. We only had enough to make 2 prototypes, the first of which was used in the demonstration you just witnessed. The second is being held in reserve for use in only the most dire circumstances. There would have to be an immediate threat to the Romulan Empire.
By now, I'm certain you've heard of the interdimensional race called the Vancians. They have broken into our dimension several times. We have discovered their homeworld and the portal into our dimension. Threat is imminent.
We could build a few more devices in a few months.
We do not have a few months, Commander. We have reason to believe that an invasion is imminent. However, if you insist on twiddling your thumbs until an attack begins, well, I'm sure the Praetor will be most understanding.
Commander, if you will proceed to these coordinates, there will be a courier vessel from which you can take possession of the remaining device.
You are wise, Commander. Glory to the Praetor.
Glory to the Praetor!
Devarro. First Officer Callie, proceed to the following coordinates. Maximum warp.
Yes, Commander. Commander, incoming transmission from Starfleet.
Speak.
Commander Devarro, I do hope you're doing well. As you can see, I just moved into my new office here as the Romulan liaison to Starfleet Command, and I wanted my first official communication to be with you. I feel like we have a very special relationship, you know, a sort of bond between us. I'll never forget that you saved my life, rescuing me from those dastardly pirates. You know, Starfleet has always been of the belief that it is better to communicate, even if all the involved entities disagree. It's only through communications that we learn and grow together. It is said that for millions of years, man lived just like the animals. Then something happened to unleash the power of our imaginations. We learned to talk. War and disharmony can be avoided. It doesn't have to be like this. All we have to do is make sure we just keep talking.
Have you extracted any information from our guests?
Times are tense.
Both prisoners have fallen ill, and before they abandoned the proceedings, they did give us some very interesting information. It seems that they have been scanning our dimension for a very long time, and in all those centuries, only one planet has ever given off a specific tachyon frequency.
Thank you for reaching out, Commander Chamberlain. I will take into account everything that you have said. Continue.
We believe it is evidence of the legendary Takong portal.
So the Iconium portal is not just a myth?
Apparently not, Commander.
I believe by combining this power of the Kataka device and this Iconium portal that we could penetrate their dimension and transport people anywhere on their planet.
We can deliver the red matter weapon to their home world and be out so fast they will never know what hit them.
Mothastay, as soon as we meet the courier ship and are in possession of that red matter weapon, tell him to set a course maximum warp to that portal planet.
Yes, Commander.
First Officer, Mothastay will be bringing you a set of coordinates. Follow them precisely. Mothastay, we must run silent, and we must run cloaked. Now go. I must think.
Commander, we just cleared the final Federation sequence. There's no...
Captain, we're being hailed by listening outpost 37B on a secure channel.
Thank you, Lieutenant Russell. On screen.
Captain, we have detected a Romulan D7 running along the neutral zone border. Now, I know that's nothing unusual, but they were running cloaked, and they seem to be on course for Haas 523, an unremarkable planet in the darkest corner of an unremarkable sector. It makes no sense.
Wait a minute. You say you detected a cloaked Romulan ship?
Our station was recently upgraded with a tachyon detection grid.
Well, I guess we've just entered a new era. Were you able to identify them?
It's the Valdore, Captain.
Is it?
Oh, and Captain.
Yes?
Before they went silent, we caught a few pieces of subspace chatter. There was talk about some sort of new super weapon and...
Go on.
Something about a Kataka device. Not sure what that means.
Do you have any more details?
No, I'm afraid not.
Very well. Thank you very much, Commander.
Seaver, ma'am.
Commander Seaver, thank you very much. Please send us the coordinates to Valdore's apparent destination and show us on our way. Dominion out.
Entering low orbit, Commander.
Scan for tachyon emissions.
I've never seen anything like it. The tachyon readings are unprecedented.
Can you pinpoint a location?
Yes, Commander.
Mothaste. Have an away team meet us at transporters in 10 minutes. Also, prepare the red matter weapon and the Kataka device for transport to the surface.
Yes, Commander.
We are entering high orbit, Captain.
Very well. Mr. Winsworth, close in on the Romulan vessel. Try to look casual, like we just happened to be here today.
I'm not sure I understand.
I mean, get close, but not too close, you know?
I'll do what I can, ma'am.
Commander Devarro is not aboard. There's a small party of Romulan life signs on the surface.
Thank you, Commander. Route those coordinates to the transporter room, please. Piper, you and Malikov meet me in the transporter room in 10 minutes. Hal, you've got the helm. Take care of my baby, Commander.
Nothing but TLC, ma'am.
Mo, you be careful down there.
You know me, I'm always careful.
You know what I mean. If any of your team gets busted up, I'm the one that has to put them back together.
Yeah, I know. I'll do my best.
That's got to be it.
I would love to study this thing's power source. We could learn so much.
Perhaps another time. Right now, stay focused at the task at hand.
Commander, you've done it. It's the Vancian homeworld.
It is a great day for the Empire.
We will finally be rid of them.
Glory to the Praetor!
Yes, I suppose so. Now bring me that red matter weapon. It is time to finish them. What are they doing here?
I don't know what the Romulans are up to, but that device doesn't look too friendly.
I'm picking up red matter in that device, Captain. Enough to reduce this planet to rubble.
Chief, I want you to try to distract the Romulans. If we can get the drop on Commander Devaro, we might be able to end this without any bloodshed.
Romulan forces! We have you outnumbered and outflanked. Lower your weapons.
Starfleet doesn't know what they're meddling with. What's on the other side of that portal is a danger to us all.
Come in, Dominion! What the devil's going on up there? It doesn't look like this thing is damaged.
You need some help with that, Starfleet?
I think I can manage, thank you. That looks familiar.
It is same as Kataka device.
It appears to be detachable.
I don't think we ought to risk detaching it.
Mothos Day. Do you have the activator?
Yes, Commander.
Then use it.
Hold your position. Where is Captain Farrell?
Take it easy, Starfleet. I have no idea where your captain is, or what is going on here.
Captain, the prisoners have escaped.
That's all right, Lieutenant. Let them go. We've got bigger problems. The portal's closing down. I can't make any sense out of these symbols. Do your scans get anything?
I'm afraid not, Captain. This must have been placed here by a race we haven't met. But I've recorded the symbols for future reference.
Portal could be some kind of interplanetary travel. But what is the point of Kataka device?
We know that the portal is a conduit through time and space. But with the device, it becomes something more powerful.
It's possible. It could be a tunnel to another universe.
Or a dimension.
Well, one thing's for sure. We don't know how to activate it. I sure hope our people are able to secure the other side. Because I wouldn't put anything past Commander Devaro. She could destroy the whole thing out of sheer frustration.
I like to think I can talk to anyone, but I cannot talk to that woman.
What the?
What the?
I think I can get us back down to the planet. Just need a minute.
I'm sorry, Captain. It's already
All right, we improvise. Hand me that hypo. Now what we need is something to keep our friends on ice for a few hours while we figure out what to do next.
Captain, any idea why they transported us up?
Well, I did call the ship when we came through the portal. I suppose it's possible that these people picked up the signal and thought we were survivors from the battle.
Rescuing survivors. I guess that shows they have some compassion.
Maybe. I wouldn't count on it. Now, I'm gonna go clear out sickbay. After I do, I'll call you. Use intraship beaming to transport yourselves and our friends to sickbay. Clear?
Yes, Captain.
Empty. Good. Piper now. Okay. Let's get our friends out of sight. Piper, I'm going to the bridge. While I'm gone, study the Romulan tricorder, see if you can figure out how the Romulans used it to activate the Kataka device. Malikov, keep an eye on the door. If anyone comes in, you just tell them you're following Doctor's orders, which you pretty much are. Hold the fort.
Easy peasy.
Piece of pie. Easy as cake.
Chamberlain, I'm tired of this cat and mouse the Vancians are playing. Take Excalibur and Saladin and flank him. Force him my way.
Aye, Captain, oh Captain, your wish is my command. Saladin, follow my lead and flank the port side of the Vancian flagship. Helm, you heard the order. Take us to the starboard side of the flagship and let him know we're there.
Time for the mouse to die. Fire a full spread of photon torpedoes.
Aye, sir.
Captain, the flagship shields are failing.
One more spread ought to finish them.
The lead Vancian ship is hailing, sir.
I am Admiral Kasha Kataka of the Royal Vincentian Navy. What are your terms?
There is no escape for you, Admiral. Lower your shields and power down your weapons. I guarantee that you and your crew will be spared.
Spared to be made slaves of the Empire? Sentenced to a labor camp? I think not.
Naturally, there will be a tribute to be paid to the Empire.
How dare you address an admiral that way?
You advised me against destroying the Vancian fleet. Do you doubt my decision now? They are weak and easily dispatched.
Yes, Vincentia 5 would make a respectable garrison to the Empire. It would help us retain order to the sector.
They are ineffective. They are the laughingstock of the sector. Their only use is target practice for the Empire.
Captain, there's another escort ship coming in range. It appears to be rendering aid to the flagship.
Weapons armed and ready, sir.
Target the escort ship. Phasers and photon torpedoes. Make it go away.
That was unnecessary, Captain. They were no threat to you.
Target the Vancian flagship.
Targeted.
Belay that order, Lieutenant. Stand down, Captain. There will be no further attacks on the Vancian flagship. Your murder is full. Perhaps we can salvage some sort of deal with them if you resist killing their fleet, Admiral.
I will consider your suggestion, Admiral. Another volley of phasers and photon torpedoes knock down their shields.
Charging weapons, targeting their shields.
Security to transporter room. I want Admiral Kataka beamed aboard and thrown into the brig.
Security's being dispatched to the transporter room. We are waiting for a transporter operator to arrive.
Captain, the transporter room is a mess. There seems to have been some sort of altercation.
Can't find Chief Sterling, sir. I don't know what happened to him. I'll look for him later when I feel like it.
You are relieved. Go to your quarters. You're drunk.
And you're crazy. But tomorrow morning, I'll be sober. But you'll still be crazy.
Well, somebody finally showed up in the transporter room.
And while you are an admiral, let me remind you, I am the captain of this ship. And if you don't leave my bridge on your own accord, I will have you escorted to an airlock where you will depart permanently. And why are you here? Get back to sickbay.
Deck 5.
You're not a Marine. Well, you're not our Marine. Who are you? A shapeshifter? An android? Genetically altered?
Admiral, please hear me out. I'm not going to lie to you or insult your intelligence. You're right. I'm not your Marine, but your Marine has come to no harm. I'm not a shapeshifter or an android or genetically altered. I'm a traveler from another universe. trapped here. I just want to go home.
What do you mean, with an alternate universe?
A parallel universe. It's one very similar to your own. I came here through a portal on another planet, one that we just left. I switched places with your Dr. Farrell so I could gauge my situation on this ship. Try to find a way home.
I knew that our Dr. Farrell wasn't coming to the bridge today. We have a plan and change of leadership aboard Dominion. She was supposed to bait a trap.
A trap? Yeah. I know your people move up by means of assassination. But Bruce is a captain, you're an admiral, you already outrank him 6 ways from Sunday. Why do you need to kill him?
Rousseau doesn't recognize my authority. He has friends in high places that will protect him. I have an idea. You have to trust me on this. Where's our Dr. Farrell?
Sick bay.
Commander McGregor, come to the sick bay immediately. Doctor, if you will help me with my plan, I will get you back to that planet.
I don't know, Admiral. You are planning on killing Jason, aren't you?
If we don't kill him, I promise he will kill you. Your choice.
No. Admiral, I'm a physician. Where I come from, doctors don't murder people. In fact, the whole concept of murder is frowned on. I won't help you.
It is a hypothetical question. I don't need your assistance nor your approval.
Well, it ain't so much fun when you're on the other side of the phaser, is it? You know, I have no idea what y'all were thinking. 3 of you up against our entire crew. I admit y'all put up a good fight, but that was a stupid idea.
What's going on here? Who are these imposters?
Well, Jason, what we have here is an exact duplicate of me. Right down to the very last strand of DNA. I've just been waiting on you to get around showing up so I could try out my new interrogation drills.
I don't know what your plan was, but it was doomed from the beginning. Do you think you're the first imposter to try to infiltrate this ship? Perhaps you were sent from a parallel universe to assassinate me, or to interfere with the mission of the Dominion.
Our incursion into this universe was unintentional. We tried to hail our ship, and the signal must have been picked up by your ship. Y'all must have thought we were survivors of the battle. We certainly didn't intend to...
Enough! It's a clever story. I almost believed you. But we will get the full story from you. Our doctor has some fine drugs. You will have no choice but to tell us the real reasons you are here. Following your interrogation, we will grant you a swift death. Our drugs are mostly painless. We haven't had any complaints in the past, have we?
She's telling the truth.
It doesn't have to be this way. Our world was like this once too. Revenge and retribution. Always with violence, but violence. Like logs on fire.
We got past it. We evolved. You can too.
Now, Doctor, administer the first hypo. In fact, give it to all 3. Maybe that will get them to shut up.
Captain, you will enjoy watching them writhe in pain.
Yeah. This is going to hurt y'all a whole lot more than it's going to hurt me, I'm happy to say. Pix, administer the hypo.
With pleasure, Doctor.
How do you like the new formula, Jason? I told you it was going to hurt. Apparently not enough. How disappointing. Look, Captain,
You should never have let your guard down.
Security, show Captain Brousseau to the nearest airlock, will you? Attention crew of the battleship Dominion. Captain Brousseau has retired. As of today, the Dominion crew has a new captain. Captain McGregor is assuming command. All hail the Empire.
Captain Farrell, I have nothing, if not a man of my word. You help me, I will now return the favor.
For the record, I did absolutely nothing.
Nevertheless, you provided a distraction. With that, goodbye Captain, goodbye Commander, goodbye Lieutenant.
I hope you'll remember what we said about change.
You like the way you are, we like the way we are. Let's just leave it at that.
Quite honored you so fond Admiral, beating them down yourself. I want as few people as possible know what's on the planet. Might be useful. Very useful.
I used our time stranded in sickbay to study the tricorder. I think I've got the settings of the device back to the ones that got us here, but I'm afraid that getting us home might come down to an educated guess and a generous portion of luck.
I'll take Piper's intuition over thugs on Dominion any day.
Don't sell yourself short, Commander. I just hope our people were able to get the other side secure. Otherwise, we may be jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire. Proceed. Chief, report.
Medusa and her, whatever he is, came back shortly after you left. Then the portal collapsed. They immediately transported out, taking with them the glowing spherical device, but left behind the Kataka device. There was a brief firefight. Romulans transported out, no casualties on either side.
The officers are all resting comfortably in stable condition. By the way, you all look none the worse for wear.
Well, we're all right. Physically, at least. Such a little thing will have caused us so much trouble. Let's get this thing to DTI once and for all. You don't see that every day. Let's get the hell out of here. Herald to Dominion. Stand by the transport landing plane.
I'm Batman.